here is Tucker Carlson and Tim Scott going at it over Russia and Mexico.
I'm just interested because all measures are relative. So Russia's bad, Russia's a threat, Putin's evil, got it. But the total body count from Russia in the United States is right around zero. Like, I don't know anyone who's been killed by Russia. I know people personally who've been killed by Mexico. The government of Mexico allows fentanyl to be made in its country and to come over our border.
Yes.
And remittances from Mexico are a huge part of their economy. The Mexican government is party to the murder of hundreds of thousands of Americans. So why is Mexico less of a threat than Russia?
Well, two things. I think we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Okay, but
frankly, here's
no Americans killed by Russia, hundreds of thousands killed by Mexico, but Mexico's our ally and Russia's our enemy. How does that work?
Well, I'm not going to pretend like the legislation I have sponsored and I would sign as President of the United States freezes the assets of the Mexican cartels, targets the Mexican cartels, and hopefully eliminates the flow of fentanyl. Because I do agree with you that 70,000 Americans losing their lives on an annual basis is an existential threat to America that we can solve. We don't have to choose the good news.
Would you be willing to say to the Mexican government, your economy runs on factories right over the border, car plants, for example, but many other manufacturing plants, and we're just going to slap tariffs on that and tank your economy, like tomorrow, unless you stop allowing poison to come into our country? Like, why not do that?
Okay, so what's interesting here is Tim Scott didn't totally flub this thing. What Tucker was trying to do was make the clear distinction that what's happening in Mexico right now, the amount of people that are coming over, we've covered that a gajillion times, you get it. The amount of drugs they are bringing here, the crime, all of the stuff, what is happening in the border towns of all of those Texas cities that nobody seems to care about until they somehow make their way up to Martha's Vineyard, that as Americans, we should care far more about that. But you guys are always talking about Ukraine, right? You guys are always giving money to Ukraine when we should either be building a wall, we should be dealing with the 12 million people that are here, all of this stuff. Basically, what I think you got out of Tim Scott there was just more of the kind of nothingness. Well, we can do both at the same time. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of a temperature on each of the candidates.